Good day. Here are the headlines here on Leadership TV. Yet another Vatican ballot ends in black smoke. Court rules FCCPC lacks power to regulate DStv prices. Tinubu in one-day walking visit to Anambra. NANS president makes U-turn, apologizes to Seyi Tinubu. And on sports, PSG dumps Arsenal into another trophyless season. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cynthia Onwado, and now the news in detail. Black smoke billowed from the Sistine Chapel chimney again on Thursday, indicating that the 133 cardinal electors have not yet reached a consensus on electing a new pope to guide the Catholic Church. This was the second vote of the morning and the third ballot overall, and the cardinals are expected to reconvene later this afternoon for further voting. Leadership TV recalls that black smoke billowed from the Sistine Chapel's chimney on Wednesday evening, marking the first failed ballot for the conclave, which began on May 7th. The tradition of signaling the vote outcome through chimney smoke continues, with black smoke indicating smoke confirming the election of a new. Smoke echoed through St. Peter's Square as people rushed to capture the moment. The last conclave in 2030, which elected Pope Francis, lasted 2 days and 5 ballots, while the 2005 conclave for Pope Benedict XVI took 4 ballots over 2 days. The average length of modern conclaves is 3 days and 7 ballots. Cardinals will resume voting this afternoon under the Sistine Chapel's iconic frescoes, including Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam, as the world awaits the next leader of over 1 billion Catholics. In other news stories, Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has ruled that the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has no power to regulate or question how companies determine the prices of their products or services in Nigeria's free market economy. In a suit filed by the FCCPC challenging the decision of MultiChoice Nigeria Limited, operators of DStv and GoTV to hike its bouquet prices, Justice Omotosho dismissed the case as an abuse of court processes, saying that a similar suit involving the same parties was already ongoing. The judge held that under Nigeria's current economic system, which is based on free market principles, the FCCPC lacks the power to set or control prices. Citing Section 88 of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act, Justice Omotosho emphasized that only the President of Nigeria is legally empowered to regulate the prices of goods and services under specific circumstances. The judge added that in an open market economy like Nigeria's, price control can only apply across an entire industry and not be targeted at a single company unless there is clear evidence of monopoly or dominant market power. Now, President Bola Tinubu departed Abuja this Thursday for Awka, Anambra State, on a one-day working visit. According to a statement by presidential spokesman Bayo Nanuga, while in Awka, President Tinubu will commission some infrastructure projects executed by Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration. The Emeka Anyoku Institute for International Studies and Diplomacy, located within the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka Unizik, is among the projects slated for commissioning by the president. We will also commission the Solution Fund City, which houses the Anambra Country Club, a family fun house, a water park, and an amusement park. President Tinubu will commission the Government House Mini City and Anambra Tower of Light, and also unveil the monument of the statues of 5 Anambra heroes. Governor Soludo will host a grand reception in honor of the president to round off the visit. The statement added that President Tinubu will return to Abuja later this Thursday. The factional president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, Atiku Issa, has withdrawn a series of allegations he earlier leveled against President Bola Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, describing them as false and instigated. Issa had earlier claimed that Seyi Tinubu and the Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, offered him 100 million bribe in Lagos to promote the president. He said he rejected the bribe, stating that he could not promote a president who had failed to fulfill his electoral promises. Issa also alleged that he was eventually abducted, stripped naked, and assaulted on April 15th due to his refusal to heed to their demands. Leadership TV recalls that Seyi Tinubu took to social media to deny the allegations. In a surprising turn, Issa issued a statement via his personal Facebook page on Wednesday, tagged "Setting the Record Straight," public apology to Seyi Tinubu to disclose that his earlier claims, including an alleged 100 million naira bribe offer, abduction, assault, and false recantation, were influenced by deceitful information by the NANS president Olushola Ladoja. Finally, now on sports news, Paris Saint-Germain have ended Arsenal's last hope of earning silverware this season by edging the Gunners out in the second leg of the Champions League semi-final. PSG secured their place in the final at the expense of Arsenal after a 2-1 at the Parc des Princes on Wednesday night, completing a 3-1 aggregate win. The French champions, holding a 1-0 lead from the first leg, extended their advantage early in the match when Fabian Ruiz unleashed a powerful strike in the 27th minute. PSG doubled their lead in the 72nd minute with Achraf Hakimi finishing off a well-orchestrated team move to make it 2-0 on the night. Arsenal managed a pull one back in the 76th minute through Bukayo Saka, who capitalized on a defensive lapse to slot the ball past Gianluigi Donnarumma. Despite league pressure, the Gunners couldn't find the equalizer, and PSG held on to advance to the finals. The Champions League final is set for May 31st at the Allianz Arena in Munich, where PSG will face Inter Milan in a highly anticipated showdown. That's all the news we have for you on Leadership TV. For more of our news stories, you can log on to our website www.leadership.ng. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last